This was Nancy Wake. She was a spy in the Second World War, and her nickname was the White Mouse because the Gestapo could never quite catch her. Nancy was born in New Zealand in 1912 but grew up in Australia, and she was a journalist in Europe, and she saw the rise of fascism. She joined the Special Operations Executive, which was Britain's version of the CIA basically, and she parachuted into France to work with basically the guerrilla fighters of the French resistance. And she was a small woman, and there's a story that she challenged all the guys there to a drinking challenge to get them on her side. One of her jobs was to help coordinate when the Allies would send in shipments of supplies for the French resistance, but the radio was destroyed. So she had to ride her bike like 300 plus miles round trip in like 3 days or so to get this new radio. And she had to go through these different checkpoints with the German soldiers, and she would use her feminine abilities to make sure they didn't have any suspicions. When the war started, Nancy joined the French resistance and was helping people get out through the Pyrenees Mountains. And at one point, she had to do the same, and she had to jump out of a moving train because they were onto her. She went down as a spy who the Germans could never catch. And you can read more about her online. She wrote a book about what she had done. And there's a famous quote that I don't want to repeat here that you can find online about how she felt about the people she was fighting.